Target is celebrating the return of Stranger Things by launching all kinds of cool exclusive products inspired by the hit show's fourth season. Shop new Funkos and 80s-inspired items you'll actually see in the show, like Surfer Boy pizza gear and a light bright that comes with special Stranger Things templates. Ulta Beauty at Target even has a Mac and Stranger Things collab featuring makeup in show-inspired color palettes. Get all your Stranger Things must-haves at Target and Target.com.
What's up, friends? It is the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Okay, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of discussion about interactions with my dad. You don't actually hear his voice, but he's spectacular, so telling you about him will warm your heart. I think at one point on this best of show, I tell a story about dad trying to pick a fight with one of the guys in the neighborhood. And by the way, this stuff happened 1 year ago. So, oh my gosh. All right. So there you go. Let's kick off the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast here from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker studio. Once again, thank you so much to them. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. As you know, on a normal weekday, whatever it is, Monday through Friday, you can catch my show live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. You can get it at 8 a.m. Eastern time as it happens Monday through Friday if you like to get it live. And then that audio becomes the downloadable podcast where you can get that anywhere you download podcasts. So there you go. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Twatter, Twatcher, all of those things. Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Please follow me there. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. I'm on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Eric Zane Show. Brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And then, of course, YouTube. Brought to you by My Policy Shop Insurance, Frank the Tank Fuss. If you ever want to reach me, quickly, directly send me an email on the Shore Liners Striping inbox. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. And all of this information, if you like redundancy, is available on my website, ericzaneshow.com. Okay, let's get after it. Father's Day, 1 year ago, going to see my dad. The adventure begins. As we trekked from the east side of the state to the west side of the state, from what turned out to be an absolutely amazing Father's Day. Remember, the key is preparation. What you lack in skills, which is me on just about everything, if you are prepared, you can cover up for the shortcomings. Okay, I'm not a chef. Okay, I'm not a skilled professional at making food. However, I can chop. I can read. I can do what I'm supposed to do to make up for those shortcomings. And boy, did they. Oh, my gosh. So, all right, you need to know, and I've posted this before, the Slaughter the Turks shish kebab is quickly rising in ranks. It's not as amazing of a recipe as the Slaughter the Turks Armenian meatballs. But the Slaughter the Turks Armenian shish kebab is right up there. The day before, Saturday, I was at the grocery store early, and I had to be there early. You know why? Because I had a 12-hour workday on Saturday driving limo. I had four jobs to do, including my first quinceañera. I figured out how to say that appropriately. If you say quinceañera, like idiot white guy like me would say, all the Mexicans got to look at you like you're a fuckface. And boy, did they. But I'm already getting ahead of myself on the story. That's coming up later about my first quinceañera. Quinceañera. Say it right, idiot. I guess you have to kind of yera. Quinceañera. If you say quinceañera, you are an asshole. I found this out firsthand. So because of having to do all of that, I had to get all of my preparations done for my dad's Father's Day bash, where we drive all the way across the state, and all I want to do is chit-chat, be friendly, love my dad up, give him big hugs and kisses, say hi, and then have all the food ready to go so it doesn't take much to get it going. So that the key is the prep. I think this is key in just about everything in the world. If you're not prepared, you're going to fuck it up. Off to the store early, and, I pretty much have it down off the top of my head as to what I need. The raw vegetables, of course, for shish kebabs. And then all of the constituent ingredients that make the marinades. 3 separate marinades. Lots of choppy, lots of putting food in bags. But then the idea that all of that gets boxed up, we throw it in the camper, and then it's ready. So Sunday morning comes after a full day of driving. I got into bed like 2 a.m. Sunday morning because I worked all frickin' day into the night. 2 a.m. I fall asleep. Technically Sunday morning. Get up at 8. And then let's go, man. It is Father's Day. It is time to do this. So this was a big goal-oriented moment. I want to take this whole party to my dad's house. I'm going to meet my brother there. So it's going to be my dad, me, my brother's family, my family. Awesome. Outside, all the food is the Slaughter the Turk shish kebab bar is outside. Everybody just sticks the meat on and the vegetables on the sticks, throw it on the fire, and there I am. I'm prepared. I prepared everything. I want nothing to do with just sitting there and being pampered. That is not my thing. I don't want to do that. I would rather cook for everyone on Father's Day. That, to me, is what I like to do. I can't stand sitting still. Oh, no. So when I do that, I make people uncomfortable. They're like, hey, well, we feel like we should be helping. I was like, oh, I wish you wouldn't. Okay? Don't. You're going to get in the way. Let me do what I have set out to do, and this brings me joy. So sit there and talk. I don't want you to lift a finger. And man, holy crap. The first thing I did was made this risotto. You ever watch Hell's Kitchen? There's always the one asshole making the risotto. And then, okay, this is how it goes on the show back in the day. The one dude on the blue team sitting there making the risotto. And then it sucks. And then chef throws it away. This, you donkey, this tastes like shit. And then they like, oh, sorry, chef. They always screw up the risotto. I am the world's greatest risotto chef that it has ever seen. My gosh, am I awesome. Yeah, you heat up that oil with the butter. You throw in the minced shallots, which, my God, are they pungent. And then the shallots break down a little bit, and kind of like the flavor gets cooked of that onion-like ingredient throughout the pan. You drop in the arboreal rice, which is gigantic rice, these big fucking little pearls. And they get all like coated with what is in the pot. And then you add the white wine, the white cooking wine, and let it burn, or not burn, absorb in. And then you start adding cup after cup of the chicken broth. And then it gets absorbed, add more, gets absorbed. It takes forever to do appropriate risotto, and you got to watch it. When that's all done, then you take the Parmesan cheese and you throw it in there, the grated. But now I'm not talking Kraft, green can, dumpy, asshole. It's got to be real cheese. I mean, well, that is real cheese, but it's shit. You got to go to that section in the store where there's like a cooler and all these expensive cheeses that are like ridiculously expensive. And you're like, what the fuck? You get a block of this special, it's a wedge. It's a Parmesan, very, very hard Parmesan cheese wedge. Costs like $7 just for the cheese. And you grate all of that up. And then you throw it in there. And then it's off the heat and it just melts in there. It looks like Rice Krispies treats when you're mixing it up. Make that your only job, just the risotto, before you even begin the next thing. Because the second you take your eyes off it, it turns shitty. Risotto's done. It's time to set up the bar. I've got all my bowls, all my vegetables. I go, okay, dads, it's time to eat. Only two dads there. It's outside of me are Jim, my brother, and my dad. And my dad, you got to go first. Loads up his kebab. Heaven. Absolute heaven. The beauty about this is you can take just plain old chicken breast and plain old sirloin steak. You get like a pound of it for like $5. And I actually had 2 pounds. The fact that it's been sitting in the marinade, chopped up in 1 inch by 1 inch squares in the fridge overnight, it's just so damn tender. It's just amazing. And the marinade on the beef in particular has rosemary in it and all sorts of other amazing ingredients, a lot of garlic minced, and it's all just in this crazy concoction of glory that soaks into this meat with these weirdo flavors you've never tasted before in your life. It's like, how can a meat taste that good? And then the chicken. Okay, you know, like when you take chicken off the grill, it's got a little bit of like, kind of like almost too much resistance on your teeth sometimes. It's just too tough. Not this. No. This marinade has just woven itself into the little microscopic cell walls of the poultry, and it's just like become one with it. Hey, we're gonna stay here. Oh, this is great. And then the citrusy flavor that comes out. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. Incredible. The shrimp. We had to have 3 meats: shrimp, chicken, beef, all these vegetables, and everybody's just like piles of food. It was like eating like queens and kings. What a hit. I didn't even eat with them. I was just chefing it. Okay, give me your skewer, put it on, you sit down. When you going to eat it? Don't worry about me. This is what I want to do. This is my Father's Day. This is what I enjoy. Oh, it crushed. Oh my gosh. I did post this last week. So I'll link it up again in the show notes of this podcast in case you missed it. And you must do this recipe. Now, listen, if you do this recipe, you have to understand. The first time you do it, it's going to take you forever. It's so much chopping and cutting. You're going to be like, is this worth it? Oh, my God. You learn tricks about how to make this a faster process. You just have to do it a few times. Like anything. But take your time, damn it. And this will make everybody happy. And then make sure you cook it right. By the way, we did use a gas grill, which I'm sorry, I can't shake how inferior charcoal grills are. I have one, and I can't get it right. Is it me? Is this an Eric thing? Thank God my dad had a gas grill. Otherwise, this would have been the worst. I've had this exact recipe on charcoal grill before. My charcoal grill. It's not as good. It doesn't cook as appropriately. It cooks it too fast. And then you get dry outside of meat, I guess, done on the inside, but it's wonky. Screw you, charcoal grill. Absolutely amazing. More on our extravaganza, as we had all sorts of drama to deal with at my dad's house. But let me just say that there was a moment yesterday that I was worried about getting into a wreck. There's only one time that I can recall falling asleep at the wheel in a more undeniable fashion. But yesterday was bad. And I am not shitting you. There was a moment when I was at my dad's and we were all kind of just chit-chatting after the meal when I couldn't believe the onset of the fatigue that hit me. It was like second by second. All of a sudden, I felt like the urge to put my head down and my eyes, close my eyes, and just it was remarkable. And I had to really focus on. In fact, my dad was telling a story at the time, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're looking right at him. Do not fall asleep. Do not fall asleep." I was like, "Holy shit, I'm tired. I am really tired. What the hell am I going to do?" So, in about 15 minutes after that, we ended up leaving. Okay, we got the camper, the RV, and it was great because that allowed us to get there, and we could, especially the NFK, could ride in comfort. Diana, Madison, 4 dogs. We brought 4 dogs because the idea behind that is I don't like it. The dogs are a pain in the ass to get to the dog sitter. It isn't so much getting them there; it's a problem. It's just like. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If I took them over to the dog sitter, then I wouldn't have taken the RV. So I just took them. Okay. I'll just pay the $100 for the gas, which, my God, gas. Unbelievable. And brought the dogs. Kept them in the camper most of the time. Dad got to see O'Neill. That was good. It was just an adventure. Awesome. Everything went as planned. But I'm driving home. I'm probably 1 mile from my dad's house, and I'm like... my head is, oh, God, my eyes are drooping. And I'm like, this is terrible. Just before that, though, I said, all right, I need coffee. Made a cup of coffee. Slam it. No effect. Holy shit, this is going to be rough. I've got 180 miles to get to the house, roughly. And I drive that thing slow. No more than 60 miles an hour. Sometimes slower. So this is a 3-hour slog. Wow. And I am on mile 1, and I'm like, this is not good. I haven't yet even gotten on to the freeway interstate. I'm driving by the Packard Proving Grounds in Shelby Township, Michigan. You're like, what? Yeah, I don't know if you know that. The Packard vehicle, remember, made from about 1902 to 1956. Eventually merged with Studebaker to be Packard Studebaker when they were swirling in debt and about to go into bankruptcy, and they eventually went belly up. An amazing vehicle called the Packard was being built about 20 miles south in Detroit back at that time frame. And then... they wanted to have a spot of land where they could test the vehicle with security so that no one, competition eyes, Henry Ford, all the Fords and GM, they didn't want them to see what their cars were doing in the testing area. So they built the Packard Proving Grounds. I have never known that this existed, and I've been going to see my dad at this residence for, I don't know, 35 years. Right across the street from where my dad lives is the Packard Proving Grounds. And I'm like, I have never, ever fucking noticed this. It's incredible. It's just a historic place where they used to... it's probably boring to you. I don't know. It wasn't to me. I was like, what the hell? And that's the only thing I noticed in the car ride home. I'm falling asleep, and I go, oh, my God, there's the Packard Proving Grounds. What the fuck? Is that here? What is this? I had to look it up when I got home. So 15 minutes in, and Diana goes, well, nighty-night, I'm going to bed. I'm like, oh, come on. So she's in the back of the camper, and Maddie's there with her, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're just going to rest our eyes. I'm like, oh, Jesus, this sounds so good right now. And I can't take it. I'm falling asleep. So, Dad, what? I go, I need help. I think I need to pull over. So I'm like, I'm going to pull over and then go into the bed and then try to fall asleep to hope that will maybe refresh me. Before I do that, though, I go, I need another cup of coffee. Drink the second cup of really strong coffee. And I drink it fast. Nothing. Has zero effect. I'm like, we are screwed. So then I'm like, I got to pull over. I can't do it. At this point, I'm halfway to Flint, and I'm like, I have to really focus. I can't. If I'm seated there behind the wheel and in any way comfortable, like if I'm sitting in a way that's very comfortable, I'm not kidding you, seconds, I'm like, it's like narcoleptic. You know, people have sleep apnea, and then, you know, they don't sleep at all during the night, and then they during the day they'll just be sitting there talking, and also gone. All right, a word for Fitbod, which is an app that is going to help you get in shape, stay in shape, help you to live longer, avoid injury, be more durable, and just overall improve your quality of life and your health. Believe me, I know what it's like to start and stop exercise programs. The Fitbod app, though, is helping me stay motivated. There's no question that my overall strength being improved because of the Fitbod app is going to help me destroy Mike Ball in the Grand Rapids Half Marathon coming up in October. At the end of this, I'm going to tell you how to take advantage of the Fitbod app. After you download the Fitbod app and you put your information about your age, your weight, your fitness goals, things like that, it's going to tailor specific workouts for each of your body parts for each days of the week. It's a fantastic way to track what you're doing and stay on top of it and keep you motivated. That's what I love so much about this. Basically, they take the guesswork out of what you're supposed to be doing. Gone are the days when you just march into the gym and start slinging around weights and hope that something works out. What's going to happen to you there is you're going to lose motivation because you're not going to see any results, or worse, you're going to get hurt. Tapping into the Fitbod app is going to help you achieve your goals. And trust me, after you start seeing the results of all the hard work you're putting in, you're going to stay motivated. That's the key. And with Fitbod guiding you every step of the way, that's going to happen sooner rather than later. It's time to quit talking and finally start doing something. Hey, I'm right there with you. I've eaten myself out of shape, and I'd like to get back into shape. The Fitbod app is going to help me do that. Let's get motivated and do it together. You can build your fitness habit and become a better version of yourself with Fitbod. And how about this? You get 25% off your subscription, or try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. So let me say that all again, okay? You go to fitbod.me/Zane, and you can try the app for free. You can also get 25% off of your subscription when you do that. fitbod.me/Zane. 25% off when you sign up today at fitbod.me/Zane.
Get everything you need for Memorial Day. Find American flags to show off your patriotism. Have a blast with outdoor toys from Bunch of Balloons, Stream Machine, and Intex. And don't forget the swimwear. Protect your skin and soak it all in with buy one, get one 50% off select sun care products. Get ready for the night with buy one, get one 50% off personal and area insect repellents, and 15% off Tiki tabletop torches. Valid through June 4th. Celebrate Memorial Day with everything you need at Meijer.
That's how I felt. Quick pause on the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast to remind you that racing is coming up at Berlin Raceway starting at 6 p.m. for the rest of the year. Weather has been just a bummer leading up to this weekend. They're trying to fix it here. They're just like, let's just hope that it doesn't rain anymore, for God's sake. We're tired of these. See, what happens is these drivers, they come from all over the area, and sometimes they have to travel quite a distance, get their trailers or trucks or their cars in there, and all the people that help them do that. It's quite an undertaking. These local legends, they head over to Berlin Raceway. So, we're keeping our fingers crossed that we have a nice solid stretch of amazing weather coming up at Berlin Raceway. So far, it's looking pretty great for Saturday, though. So I think we're going to get this going. 6 p.m. start at Berlin Raceway. Now, I always love to talk about how affordable it is. If you go to the website, berlinraceway.com, you can get tickets for just $12. Okay? Kids, family members 15 and under are free. That is awesome. Parking is free. The beer is cold and cheap. The dogs are cheap. You're good to go. If you want, you can bring in a cooler, 12 by 18 cooler or smaller, with all the snacks you want in it, all your soft drinks, no glass, and you can't bring in your own beer. If you try to bring in your own beer, they're going to catch you and throw you onto the track during the race. Get the tickets online, just $12 when you buy them online, berlinraceway.com. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage invites you to reach out to them when you need a mortgage. Enough of this paying a slumlord rent. Come on. Get a mortgage. You might be like, oh, boy, I have a terrible credit score, and I don't feel good about that. I'm embarrassed about it. And that, honestly, is what holds some people up. Okay, no offense, but that's stupid. Don't do that. Reach out to Mario. He's seen it all, he's heard it all, and he's going to help you. 231-332-6505. If your credit's great, you got nothing to worry about. Just go get the mortgage, probably for your 10th house, because you're so cash heavy. Get it from Mario from Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. NMLS number 3035. He's making dreams come true at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Rick, the triggered owner of TC Paintball, he's going to kill me for that one, is inviting you to the June 26th Eric Zane Show podcast, Paintball War number 19, The Summertime Slaughter. Subtitle, Death to Devil Fart Mike. I have an event pinned to the top of my Facebook page. You can respond to that or send me an email. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Normally it's $49 to get on the paintball field for the amount of time that we are playing. You get it for $35. Some of you already have all the gear you need. That's still a bargain. But for those of you that have no gear and just want to play, hey, what the hell? They're going to give you the gun, the mask, the paint, and we're going to have a pizza party from BC Pizza beforehand. TCPaintballGR.com for more information if you want to book your own event. Wednesdays are busy because it's Little League and it's Ladies' Day. So the Little League is for the kids who probably don't want to, take a high-speed paintball off the arm. That stings a little, but, it's not the end of the world. But this is for to get the kids play and get them used to the game before you start to really blast them. TCPaintballGR.com. Continuing on the best of part 2 of the Father's Day Spectacular, and Diana makes an appearance at the end of this because of her horrible behavior from this event 1 week ago. I'll let you be the judge. So, I'm trying to sit in an uncomfortable position, like really up straight, perfect posture, feet on the ground, holding the steering wheel. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything to like relax me in any way. And I'm like, typically if I get like this, if someone's talking to me, that's better. But I got the NFK. So, if he's going to say anything, it's going to be like, man, shit, fuck, and just whatever, ranting about whatever's on his mind. Which, by the way, he did great. Everybody loves him. I actually wish that the NFK would have some of his moments like he has here at the house in front of people, but he's so guarded. So people never, ever see what I see. I don't know how it happened, but at some point I got a second wind. And thank the Lord, because, wow. When I'm driving, I don't want to pull over and go to sleep. I just want to keep going. So I am trying to power through this. And I was somehow, there are stretches of the trip that I don't recall. There was one moment in particular where I rumble stripped it way too long. Like it wasn't just a touch on the rumbles. It was like... driving everybody nuts while I drive because everybody wants to drive at 85 miles an hour, and I'm driving at 60. Ugh. We made it. All was well. All was good. I've got more moments of silliness and ridiculous things that happened at my dad's that I cannot wait to share with you. But I want to say a belated happy Father's Day to all the dads who are with us. And God bless, God rest the souls, the eternal souls of those fathers who passed before. I think we have kind of like a next week Father's Day extravaganza here at this household. Like, what are you talking about? Well, I mean, my family was scattered all over the place. Jackie and Justin were out of town. Jim, Aubrey, and my grandkids, they had something going on. It doesn't matter. I was gone. I was with my dad. So now the word on the street is this whole group is getting together next week to, I guess, for something Father's Day like. We shall see. We'll see how it goes. Saturday or Sunday, the rumor on the street is that's going to happen here. Now, I think this group got together and got me a gas grill, but I'm not for sure. And I think that would be awesome. And because I am white flagging it on the charcoal. It's absolute shit. Apparently the grill I have is an excellent grill. It's a Weber grill, a big kettle, but it just doesn't work. It charcoal does not work. And any of you people who says, yeah, charcoal cooking is the way, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. There is nothing positive of an experience with charcoal grills. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever take charcoal and it takes forever to get it going, and then all the preparation to do all that? I want to be preparing food. I don't want to be preparing charcoal. And then the inability to regulate the heat. I've battled it for 1 full year, and I haven't had one meal on that grill that I have said, yeah, this was done appropriately. It's all just, it's quite literally smoke and mirrors. Shit flames up, have to put the lid on it, and then all the smoke and the moisture from the food fills the inside of the kettle, which then gets on the coals, which kind of half extinguishes them, so the temperature drops dramatically, and then you got to bring it back up, and then it flames up again, and you got to drop the temperature again, put the lid on it. All these fins, these stupid fins on the bottom. Yeah, you got to adjust this one 16 degrees and let a little bit of airflow in the bottom, and then you got to open up the one on top and let it in like 14 degrees, and then you got to angle the lid in a particular way so a little bit of air is getting. No, fuck that. Low, high, fire, eat shit. That's what you do. Yeah, but you see, Zane, you're an idiot because you don't know flavor. Charcoal makes it taste better. No, it doesn't. The meat makes it taste better. I don't want to taste charcoal, dick. I want to taste meat. So, in fact, I got that grill last Father's Day. 1 year of fighting that shit show. Holy crap. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that thing. I'm done with it. Absolutely done with it. My dad's grill that I cooked the Slaughter the Turk shish kebab on. It was like a 30-year-old grill. It was perfect. So you're telling me I can just walk in to a strange grill that I don't cook on, that that gets used once a year, has cobwebs all in it. I just turn it on, and then in an instant, everything is fine and running perfectly. But my brand new charcoal grill, I have to sit there and battle it like that. Screw charcoal. If you go to someone's house and say, hey, man, we're so glad you came over for dinner. What are we having? Steaks. Okay, great. You need to ask the question, what are you cooking it on? And if they say charcoal, you need to tell them to fuck off right there and just walk out. Say, I'm not friends with you anymore. Flip the grill, kick him in the back. We need to end that whole industry. No, the charcoal industry needs to go away. The grill that is not a gas grill, a freaking charcoal grill, those need to go away. I am declaring war on charcoal grills. Shit. Absolute shit. Convince me otherwise. No, you know what? Don't even convince me otherwise. In fact, don't even listen anymore. If any of you are listening to this and you use charcoal grills, you are not allowed to listen to the show anymore. You are banned from the show if you are a supporter of charcoal. That's right. I'm picking that fight against you now. No more. Back to the Father's Day extravaganza. Just little nuanced things that happen that are worth talking about now. First things first. Where my dad lives, some guy has decided he is going to make their street, which is just a residential street, side street, houses, cars in the street, whatever, his own racetrack. Do you have that guy in your neighborhood who, yeah, this is my spot where I am going to drive as fast as possible all the time? And then take this a step further. Not only does that person drive like an asshole in the neighborhood, but he has like a recreational, like a ATV. In this case, it's a four-wheeler. And it's loud and it's fast. And he has a pair of cutoffs on, no shoes, no socks, no shirt, greasy ass hair, and he's just into the gas, going 1,000,000 miles an hour up and down the street. Gets to the end of the street, turns around, comes back at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And we're in the front yard. We're in the yard with the getting ready to eat. What? Huh? What's going on? And it's just obnoxious. And everybody there wants to kick his ass. Do you have that guy in your neighborhood? So we're having a debate. What do? We want this guy to stop. First of all, who the fuck would do that? What is wrong with people? I mean, to me, that's really telling. You have that asshole. I would never dream of doing anything like that in my neighborhood. Racing down the street is probably kids at each and every other house. I mean, just the idea that you don't give a shit about your neighbors and you have that on display and you don't give a shit that they see you. That's bullshit. That's horrible. So my dad's getting more and more pissed. And he goes, I will take care of this. And he gets up and he grabs this big fucking stick. You ever see Walking Tall with Buford Pusser? He used to beat the shit out of everybody with a big oak stick. That's what this is. He walks with this cane. He looks like Gandalf. And he gets up and he starts going to the road. And the guy's racing up and down. And my dad let's get it on. I'm like, hey, Dad, no, come on. And he's not stopping. It's like, uh-oh. And we've got seconds before he's going to get to the road and wave the stick at the guy. And by the grace of God, remember he said, I will always be eating food. I love to eat all food. I go, Dad, the food's ready. We're eating. You got to sit down now. Now, my dad has dementia. And, things sometimes don't work the way they're supposed to. So he's hell set. Hell set. No one says hell set. He's, what do you say, hell bent? Whatever. And picking a fight with this guy. I go, Dad, and then all we got to do is say, Dad, the food is ready. It's on the table. It's waiting for you, Dad. He stops. Turns around, comes back. Thank God. Because if this idiot would have done anything weird, it would have turned into a big fight. And my dad, I mean, seriously, this would have been ugly. Problem avoided. So there's that. He was extremely grateful, loved us all up. It was awesome. We did have a couple of moments, though, with the Queen of the Forest where I was like, wait, what? What are you doing? Okay. Now, do you have this scenario ever? You're in a group of people. Now, when you're with family, interrupting happens all the time. But I'm trying to focus on whoever is talking and trying not to get distracted by all of the interruptions. You don't see these people that often. Give them your attention. And for God's sake, don't look at your phone when they're telling you a story. My poor brother is telling a story. It was religious in nature. It was about, as one, like every time you get together, there's always got to be somebody who tells you a story that makes you want to cry. Well, this is his moment. He's telling us a story about there was a moment in his life when his son was born, and the kid had a bad ticker or something like that, and there was bad things happening, and Jim had said a prayer about God, please cure my son or something like that, save him, put his hands on him, and Jim is telling this story. The kid was fine. Jim was telling this story, and in the story, he's telling us about how he told it to a priest, and the priest said, "Oh my God, I need to write this down. I always write these miracle stories down. I need to." So Jim's telling the story. So this is pretty heavy shit. So I'm sitting there looking at him. And he's telling it to the group. So you got, even the NFK's paying it. Everybody's paying attention. And then, guess who's not? Yeah, that's right. Queen of the Forest. She's looking at her fucking phone. She's thumbing through Facebook and this and that. And I'm like, this is so unbelievably rude. And you're as bad as the idiot driving the four-wheeler down it's so inconsiderate. What the fuck? How can you, at 50 whatever years old, this poor guy's telling a story, you don't see him that often, and you're looking at your fucking phone. Fuck! What would you do? I'm standing right next to her, and she's seated, so I'm embarrassed. If I nudge her, like, hey, put your phone away, you run the risk of someone seeing that, and then she'll be embarrassed, and she'll get mad at you, Eric. But you got to do it. Would you do that? I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I was like, hey, come on, stop looking at your fucking phone. Whatever you're doing, you're saying there, that is a nonverbal thing saying, yeah, your story that is very important to you is so GD boring. You might as well have a sign that says, fuck you, I'm looking at my phone. Fuck you, this is boring. If you're any asshole who, when someone is talking, you're sitting there looking at your phone. Oh fuck, I gotta see what so-and-so's doing. You're an asshole. So, I touch her shoulder. She looks up at me. And I give her the look. I go, put your phone away. Put your phone away. No one really notices that I did that. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. And then she's, you know what? But now at this point, but the problem is I'm not dealing with a normal person. Normal people, they then put the phone down like, oopsie, and they just, and then no one notices. Making sure she's not behind me. No one notices. And you just continue on, and they just, thank you, husband. Thank you, husband, for this, keeping me away from this stupid social faux pas of telling my storyteller in front of me, your brother, Jim, to fuck off by looking at my phone. I don't care what the hell is going on in the world. It can wait. Does she just put the phone down? No. Passive aggressive, then aggressive, then verbalizing I'm looking for something. And she gives me the fucking finger. She goes, fuck you. And I'm like, fuck me. What the fuck you? What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck me. Fuck you. And then everybody sees it. So now they all get it. Now we have an even bigger problem. Now you've made it even worse. Gotta discuss this. I can't do all of this and not give her a chance to explain what's going on. And she's going to need to apologize to me. I need a full-on apology.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you have a good day yesterday?
I did.
Did you enjoy all that?
I did.
I think
nice.
I think everybody really got a kick out of the food, and I
did too.
I think it was great. I mean, my God. I mean, I was just explaining to the audience about falling asleep on the way home. That was bad.
Yeah, that was bad. I know. I feel bad that you had to do all that work and it was Father's Day.
No, I love that. Like I was telling the audience, I enjoy that type of thing.
Okay, good.
However,
That's good. Oh no.
What do you think is on my mind?
I don't know.
It's one particular moment.
Oh, and Benny?
No, not Benny. I'll get to that later.
Did it have to do with me?
Yes, it does.
When I told my nephew he looked like Screech?
No, that's later on too. I'll get to that story later. That's just a great story. Okay. Jim, my brother, was telling a very sweet story, heartfelt. He really enjoyed telling it about when his son was sick, and he said a prayer, and the kid pulled out of the illness, and he talked to the priest. There was all sorts of heavy duty shit in that story. I looked down, and what were you doing?
I was looking something up on my phone.
So I made the decision that I needed to get your attention so you would stop doing that. I did. And then you, rather than just put down the phone, gave me so much shit right there.
Did not.
You absolutely did. You made a huge big deal out of it and gave me the finger.
I did not give you the finger.
Yes, you did give me the finger. And then you gave me the finger again later on when it came to getting when I got on you about losing Benny. You kept giving me the fucking finger.
I did not. At that moment, I did not. Maybe later on when you kept giving me a hard time, but I didn't give you a finger at that moment.
All right, maybe I'm combining that. Listen to me. Why?
What?
Why, when someone is talking, what would possess you to look at your phone?
I was on my phone first before he started that story.
It doesn't matter
what I was doing.
It doesn't matter. It is a huge issue in the world today. It is. You might as well just look at the person in the face and say, "Fuck you. You're boring." It's a horrible, horrible faux pas. All right, quick pause in the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. This show, let's see, is going to air on the 25th, or is going to be published on the 25th of May. The 28th of May, the flooring department ambulance is showing up in my driveway. That is the Bennett Flooring Installation Company vehicle to install the flooring. Cousins/lovers Jacob and Jason is going to be in the basement working on basically making a dream come true for Diana. And I would like to take credit for all of this. Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167 If you are in West Michigan, have them come out to your house, take them 10 minutes, measure the room. They go home, they do some math, and then they send you an estimate. It is the cheapest way to install flooring professionally. They encourage you to do as much of the work as you possibly can. Like I ripped up the carpet and the pad in the basement, the urine-soaked carpet, and threw it out. That saved me money. Now, if you're rich like Pellerito, you can have them do it all. And they'll do that too. Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. If you think you're on the edge of being too far out for them, ask them. Hey, will you come out to wherever? It's got to be worth their time. Sometimes it's just too far away. Anyway, like I said, this is airing on Wednesday, the 25th. I already said that once. Why did I forget it? Earlier today, from when I'm actually voicing these ads, I went to the discount outlet. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. I met with Kent, dropped the E, added U, and I bought 34 cases of this flooring. And oh my God, they put it in the back of the embellisher. Josh did. And then I drove it home, and then I had to haul this shit down the steps. And my God, was it heavy. Oh, thank you, Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. Everything you could ever want in flooring is there. Sure, you could go down the street to the main showroom, but screw those guys. The discount outlet is where it's at. If you are in West Michigan, you go to the discount outlet. You can find it on Chicago Drive, right behind Little Caesars. So right in that area, that's so-called downtown Granville, it's basically one stoplight. Well, right behind Little Caesars is the discount outlet. Go there and buy the stuff for dirt cheap because they buy so much of it at one time. Okay? Have a vehicle to get it there, too, to get it out of there. And when you mention my name on the already lowest prices in the state, or the tri-state area, maybe even 5 states, if you mention my name, you save 10% additionally on top of the already low savings. Thank you, Johnson Carpet One, Floor and Home. Okay. We pick this back up with the end of Diana's appearance, of her mouthy appearance. And we talk about Stu's Dippin' Dots boss is into revenge porno. Enjoy. Now, I do it too. I do it. I do this. But you do it more.
Well, I will work on that then. I will be more cognizant of that.
And then the fact that I bring it up and you're like, I mean, then that's when people notice. No one noticed when I gently tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, knock it off. My gosh.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. I mean, here it is Father's Day, and I got to contend with you be getting all pissed off at me.
But it was a wonderful day all in all, was it not?
Were you worried about my dad picking that fight with the guy on the four-wheeler?
Well, he was determined to do that.
Yeah,
I think.
It was.
How did we distract him from doing that? I told him it was time to take his medicine.
No, I told him food. I said, it's time to eat. And he goes, oh, okay, guy.
My word.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just wanted to air that.
I apologize. I don't remember doing it, but I apologize if I did. Maybe it was just a heat of the moment thing.
It's a redhead thing. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just your hair.
Yeah. What an asshole.
All right. Okay, I love you.
All right, honey.
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye. See
you. Okay, bye. All right.
Okay, that's better. I'm not so butthurt now. My nephew, Zach, he's 17. God, he's at that stage in his life where every time you see him, a new biological, a new change has happened to him. First of all, he's grown unbelievably tall. Everybody in my family is short. I take it back. My brothers, Mike and Paul, regular Mike and push-up Paul, they're only half siblings. They're both over 6 foot, like 6'2", 6'1". So there is some degree of tall influence on the family. Zach, I see this kid a week ago. He's 5 foot tall. Now he's 6 foot tall. The Queen of the Forest, though, steps in it again. Zach did not get the reference, but everybody else did. Queen of the Forest says, you know, you remind me of someone famous who was on TV. And my brother Jim and his wife Sandy, that's Zach's mother and father, World Book Jim. Like, I want. And she goes, yeah, you look just like, what? Screech. And they go, what? That's not good. Screech, you know, the fucking dork. I'm like, yeah, hey, that's better off left unsaid. You don't want to say, yeah, you don't want to say someone looks like someone who's a ugly asshole dork. Dustin Diamond, you know, the dead guy, he just died. Yeah, hey Zach, you look. I was like, yeah, why don't you say, hey, oh my God, you look just like Yoda. You might as well just say you're an ugly fuck. And she goes, no, well, I didn't. I go, yeah, you said he looks like Screech. What else is there? You can't talk your way out of it. You just said your nephew looks like an ugly guy on a TV show. Problem number 2. Problem number 3. I'm in the camper getting shit ready, and I have 3 dogs with me. We brought 4. Diana says, oh, I'm going to take Benny out. Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog, goes wandering out with her. 5 minutes later, I come out of the camper. I've got all the food getting ready to cook. And I'm the first thing I do is I'm looking, where's the dog? Where's the dog? And there's no dog over there as I'm approaching the group. And I'm like, where's Benny? And I see all these heads turning like, oh, I don't know. I don't. Dan goes, I don't know. I go, you fuck. You told me that we're in a strange area. You can't. You're watching them. I mean, Benny is always fucking freaked out all the damn time. Where is he? He's in the road. You know, the one where the guy's ripping down 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he's just standing in the road with his one eye. Oh my God, I'm lost. And then I hear, and then Sandy, my sister-in-law, goes, Benny, and Benny thinks he's in trouble. He lays down in the road on his back, paws up, like, I'm in so much trouble. It's like, no, come on, Dan. And I go walking up to Diane, and I go, one job. You had one job. Now, let me tell you something. When you drop the you had one job, that's a game ender. That is, the fight is on. If you give somebody they had one job, they're going to give you so much shit in defense, in a defensive posture, and that's exactly what she did. So I got the middle finger. You fuck you. Like, don't give me attitude. Are you serious? You had one job. Dog's fine. Everything worked out. I know I bitch, but those are all things that actually happen. Can you relate to any of that? Have you been on the receiving end or witnessed or maybe even been on the giving end of any of that? I was checking Stu McAllister out. He did his Patreon the other day, and in it, he talked about the guy who owns and runs Dippin' Dots, I guess. Stu, of course, delivers Dippin' Dots. And he even sent me a link about this story. Now, for those of you on the live stream, I'm going to share my screen with you so that if anyone in the world is going to be the type of guy who has dirty pictures of a former significant other and he's pissed off at where the relationship has gone, and is then threatening to show the world those photos, it would be this guy right here. Okay? He would look like this. Okay, now this is the girl in question. This douchebag has home porno with this chick. And he's pissed off about something. They're no longer together. And he's playing dirty pool by, like, sending the pictures of her having sex with him to, like, her mom and to whoever else wants to see it. Problem with that is this is illegal. You hear the term revenge porn. But take a look at this dude. Of course this guy is going to be doing that. Look at him. This is what a person who would do something like that would look like. The V-neck. Oh, shit. Son of a bitch. Now I'm showing you my email for some reason. Where did hold on a second here. That's not it either. There it is. The V-neck T-shirt, the gold chain outside of it, a suit coat, the cigar. I don't know. He's the whole package to me. This just screams douchebag. If you show up anywhere and there's someone who you're talking to who looks like this, that's the douche chills right away. Just in the way people look. I do that all the time. I see people, I'm like, huh. Like, there's a commercial going around right now for some guy who is telling you to get solar panels installed on your home. Have you seen it? It's the guy who's in the commercial. He's walking down the street and, like, everybody's behind him, and they're playing "We're Not Gonna Take It" by Twisted Sister. He goes, "Come on, join the solar power team," and he's like, "We're not gonna take it. Say fuck you to the power company and get solar panels." Like, fuck, this guy is a dirty, dirty fucking douchebag. Anybody who looks like you, I don't know what it is, and they have no idea, they have no self-awareness. They always think, yeah, I'm great. It's always a dude who looks like that or this. So, all right. This guy is in deep shit. This is Mr. Dippin' Dots. The head of the Dippin' Dots ice cream empire dished out a cold serving of revenge porn to his ex, sending private sexual images of her to multiple people, including her own mother, in this lawsuit. The guy's name is Scott Fisher. This guy says, fuck it, it's just somebody wanting money. And suggested that this chick, Amanda Brown, is holding his dog hostage, a Chihuahua, till she gets what she wants, according to court papers. Brown, the girl, was apparently the first to fire a legal salvo in the ex-lover's messy legal battle, alleging that the guy who runs Dippin' Dots would threaten to withhold money from her unless she gave him X-rated pictures. And then he tried to use the pics as blackmail to keep her in line, according to the suit. Fuck you. You're not a good person. Dude wrote to the chick on January 14th. I just sent you the pics by text that I'm about to send out. You will see what my revenge will do. Now, if you're trying to defend yourself from sending revenge porn, okay, you probably don't want to use words like, you will see what my revenge will do. He actually used the word revenge while denying that he did not engage in posting revenge porn. And he's got the text. She's got the text to prove it from him. I mean, seriously, why? Why would you? If your words are written in concrete like this is, I pretty much going to lose that. On the same date, douchebag delivered to chick a communication including several private sexual images of herself. So, like, he's sending pictures of her to her, saying, "Yep, I sent everyone this. I told you, I'll make sure I hurt you in every way I can." Oh boy. Scott Fisher from Dippin' Dots, even sent them, quote, to perhaps the most traumatizing audience imaginable, Amanda's mother. Oh, my God. Fisher's delivery was accompanied by a menacing instruction to Amanda's mother. So the mom opens up the text message, and it's one of those horrible images, and you're like, wait a minute, whose butthole is this? Oh, my God, it's my daughter. Oh, my God. And dude wrote, "Hey, Mom, I'm sending this out tomorrow. Then I'm going to file a petition for the dog." Fisher's lawyers have fought to have the case sealed, saying, "Oh, yeah, if anybody, it's all unnecessary information. Nobody needs to see that." No, I think everybody needs to see that, you fucking idiot. They're saying, yeah, this is just an attempt to extort Fisher. When the defendant ended the relationship, plaintiff absconded with a car owned by defendant as well as defendant's dog and moved to Tennessee. Fisher sued Brown in Tennessee in April, seeking return of the car and the dog, but she has been avoiding service of the lawsuit. This dude's worth tons of cash. I didn't realize this guy was an undercover boss once. So there you go. The chick is a traveling nurse. Says the pair began a 2-year relationship in early 2019 and adds that Fisher, an Oklahoma resident, acted like a drunken lout throughout much of it. Court papers show they use the word lout. She claims in her suit she has suffered emotional and verbal abuse and is seeking unspecified damages. Well, I 100% believe all of that. I believe her. I don't believe him. And, bummer. Here we got Stu McAllister, the guy who, for the longest time, first of all, he can't escape Dippin' Dots. The only type of success he's had in the world in employment has been with Dippin' Dots. And here he works for this greasy fuck. And Stu is pretty woke.
Eric Zane.
Burn it down, Stu.
Burn the whole thing down. Big word.
How is it, as we are on the podcast, that here you finally are starting to get some momentum on the job front?
Yeah.
And the guy who you're making money for is a fucking animal.
Huge scumbag.
Holy shit. I found out about this. Your boss, Scott Fisher, is a complete piece of shit. I found this out from you.
Yeah. Yup. It's crazy, right? I had multiple people send me that article.
Oh, yeah. This is big. This is really, really big, Stu. My God.
It is. It's awful, man.
On the article you sent me, this guy looks like such a fucking douche. He's
got a punchable face.
Very punchable face. What a fucking scumbag.
What do you I don't know what his qualifications are to be a CEO of a company. What do you think they are?
The qualifications are wears white V-neck T-shirts with a suit coat. Yeah.
With a douchebag chain, smoking a cigar.
Yeah. What a scumbag. I hope that just so that the company shuts down, I hope that someone throws a load of botulism into the Dippin' Dots batch. So that
Sure.
plague, so that we have the next pandemic is plague caused by Dippin' Dots so that this guy can go out.
Well, I guess I'm headed down to Paducah, Kentucky and see what I can do.
Have you ever laid eyes on Scott Fisher when you were picking up a load of dots?
No, I will never see Scott Fisher ever, so no.
Is there any concern, Stu, that you hating Scott Fisher, your boss, and telling everybody that he's an asshole might get back to him on the Elemento podcast?
Well, I destroyed him last night on the Patreon,
okay,
so
good.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck him, man. What revenge porn to me is on the same level, to be perfectly honest. It's like rape.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Because it's just, if he posts stuff on the internet, it's there like forever. And that, you've just betrayed like trust, intimate trust that you had with a human being. How could a woman, any other future woman, have anything to do with this guy?
Yeah, it would be sad if that happened, but unfortunately that is going to happen because he's got money.
Oh, yeah, he's loaded, and some chicks don't care. Whatever.
I want to say for the record, when it comes to the product Dippin' Dots, I am going to tell you right now that I am not going to stop eating it.
I can't blame you. It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, this is not enough to make me ever stop eating that product. It's great. It's so fucking great. I love Dippin' Dots so much. So
thanks, man.
I will say this guy is a piece of shit, and I am going to give him more money.
That's how it works sometimes, man.
Yes.
Are you going to feel guilty about it?
No, absolutely not. It is not my fucking... You can't... You'd have to attack my taste buds. You're going to have to take it up with them. It is above my pay grade. I don't have... I can't order my taste buds in my brain to do those things. So anybody who has a problem with that can suck my dick.
Is he going to get fired?
No, it's his company. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Is this a publicly traded company?
I
don't think so. I don't think it is.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't think so, man. So I don't know. It all sucks. He's just another rich white douchebag who's probably going to get away with some nonsense.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
All right, and you said you're going to Kentucky right now?
No, I will. When I'm done with work, I'll start heading towards Paducah.
Oh, you were just being a smartass.
Yeah. Right now I'm in Rose City. You know where that is?
Oh, yeah. I know where Rose City is. Holy shit. Burn it down.
I'm going to burn it down. I'm burning it all down.
Yeah, unbelievable. What? It's crazy. Dippin' Dots is it's in so many faraway places. I mean, it's like they have two options for getting the product there. Stew or drop in with a parachute, like from like a third world country,
Yeah, drones.
My God. Okay, well, be safe, Stu. It's been a little weird weather lately. Okay.
Oh, it is cold and gray and rainy. It sucks.
Okay, I'm about to get into my story about my first quinceañera.
Really?
Are you aware what a quinceañera is?
That is like the coming of women in the Mexican culture, correct?
Well, I don't know if I'd say the coming of women.
Well, isn't it kind of like the transformation from a girl to a woman?
Yeah, but you can't say the coming of women. No one says it like that. They just say it's
just did, Zane.
Hey, happy quinceañera. You're a coming of women.
I didn't say coming on women.
All right. Okay, very good, Stu. Have a good one. Get out of here.
All right, brother. We'll see you later.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, see ya. God. This guy, what a douche. All right, more coming up on the best of the podcast. Don't you dare hit fast forward. Are you kidding me? Your life depends on this. First of all, Cameo. There is no one better on Cameo than me. I am the greatest person that has ever existed on Cameo. I put my heart and my soul into those damn things. And I charge like nothing. Okay? Because I'm a loser. All right. So hire me on Cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane. I just found out that Josh over at Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet he doesn't even listen to the podcast. He used to listen to the radio show, but he doesn't listen to the podcast. But can't drop the E out of you, does. And he told Josh to go to Terrace Square, Bosco's Pub, which he just happens to live right by. He just didn't know it was there, and get a Luigi. It's a hamburger with mozzarella sticks, pepperoni, marinara. It's the greatest hamburger that has ever hamburgered. You eat that, and you don't have to eat for like 8 days. Go to Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan, and check out their menu. They're amazing burgers. Their olive burger, no joke. It won that in West Michigan here. They have this Best of Grand Rapids award, and it actually won Best Olive Burger. And I love the olive burger because it's like an olive paste that they smear on with a butter knife. It's not like chunks of big giant olives on it. It doesn't overpower the meat as some people's olive burgers do. Sometimes if an olive overpowers the burger, it's like eating an asshole. And who wants to do that when you're sitting there, in public? I mean, I could see maybe in the bedroom, but not like at a restaurant. So anyway, their olive burger does not taste like an asshole. So that is excellent. I mean, I don't even like olives, but I like their olive burger. It's true. I swear to God. All right. Bosco's Pub. Don't quote me on any of these things, because if they hear that I'm talking like this, they're probably going to fire me. Bosco's Pub, part of Terrace Square in Hudsonville, Michigan. All right. Yeah, for a long time, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? EMVV. They keep the embellisher on the road. They help you with any car, new, old, whatever it may be, all makes and models. Boy, you can tell I'm losing steam here. It sounded like Porky Pig, with the exception of Volkswagen, is what I wanted to say. Irvines.com. See, a real podcaster, no, I take it back. A not real podcaster would edit that shit out. I'm like, fuck that. No. They'd leave it in. That's when they like it the most, when I sound like an idiot. Anyway, Irvines.com is the website. 616-532-6600 is the number. They've got amazing Google reviews right at the top of their webpage. No offense, Kenny. Thank you. By the way, Kenny's Google review for Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic was removed by Google because they knew it was a bogus Karen review. That's not easy to do for a business to get a bad review removed. But Kenny's review of Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic, that was one of those ones where Z-Speed could have probably sued Kenny for his corncob pipe collection. But they opted not to. All right. Irvines. See, this is why you got to listen to the ads. You never know. Macho Joe from A&E Heating and Cooling. He'll love the story I have next. It's about me attending my first ever quinceañera. Quinceañera. I think if you say it like a white guy, they slit your throat. A&E Heating and Cooling. Installing the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. Now that is, look it up, the #1 rated brand of furnace or air conditioner in the world. Okay? Hands down. You would think and they pick and choose who installs them by hand. And they chose Joe Martinez because he's the best. You would think if you're getting such top-notch care, service, with the absolute best product it would cost you an arm and a leg. No. Negative. When it comes to heating and cooling, go ahead and get your estimates from the dick bags who play tennis with their stupid, shrieky mom screaming at them from the side of the court. And service professor will fuck you in the ass. Go ahead. Go get your estimates from those jackasses. And when it's 10 times the amount, Joe's going to go, hey, yeah, I know. A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. On to this next segment. Limo work. My first quinceañera. Yeah, I don't even know how to say it. Okay, here it is. Ton of limo work over the weekend. I did 1, 2. I was involved with 3 weddings. Friday was a wedding, and then Saturday it was quinceañera and bachelorette party, 2 weddings, all on Saturday. The quinceañera goes like this. The idea is I'm going to show up, pick up the kids, go to a spot where a photographer is going to take pictures. I've heard the term quinceañera, but I don't know what it is. I'm in a community south of Holland, Michigan, called Fenville. Fenville. Following the directions. I make a right-hand turn into this residence. And I'm like, okay. Just prior to that, I get a phone call from a dude. His name is Dot. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not a Mexican name. Dot. Well, it turns out that this family, this extended family, is Vietnamese and Mexican. Like half the people are Mexican, half the people are Vietnamese. Okay. Dot calls me up. He's like, hey, man, you coming here for the quince? I go, yeah, I'll be right there, Dot. I'm your driver. I'm Eric. Do you have any problem getting here? Go, nope, I'm just following the directions on the map. Should be no problem. I'll see you in like 2 minutes. I make a right-hand turn into this residence. And it is a shithole. Okay? Fucking dump. Pothole. Huge pond in the road leading up to the... He goes, yeah, it's all the way back. It's all the way back. So I got this 9-passenger Lincoln limousine. And I'm going through like these giant puddles because it had just rained. I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to get the car all dirty, son of a bitch. Fucking, I'm thinking to myself, these customers, they just scrape together a handful of cash somehow, probably like 5 years worth of wages just to pay for this thing. And it's going to be just a disaster. I got a terrible attitude. And quite literally, the front yard is full of shit. It's a stereotypical junk. Cars on blocks. There's just random shit everywhere. Lawn is not cut. It's just a mess. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I drive through the front yard, and I follow around the back of the house, and then the road dead ends, and there's no people. There's no one. I call dude up. Dot. Yeah. I'm here. He goes, no, you're not. I go, and so then it dawns on me. I am in the wrong location. This is a shithole. This is not where I need to be. I am wrong. Oh, my God. And so now I'm concerned that I'm going to have 2 barrels, a double-barrel shotgun in the back of my head, and then don't move. I'm worried. This is rough. Nowhere to turn around. I just put the thing in reverse. I'm driving, looking at the rear view camera. They got the screen on the inside of the car. Holy shit. I don't. No one's home. I guess they're all in prison or something. I have no idea, man. I got the fuck out of there. Like, holy shit, this is stupid. Dot, I got bad directions. Where are you? And then he says, we're the place with the statues in front by the gate. I'm like, statues? I go, okay, I'm definitely not in the right place. He goes, did you cross the railroad tracks? I go, I don't know. He goes, we're by the construction. I go, I don't know. I go, I'm at the Family Dollar. He goes, oh, pull into the Family Dollar. I'm going to come get you. I go, okay, great. I'm there. Dot pulls up. And I go, okay, Quinceañera. But then I'm like, what is going on? So then I eventually figured out you got merging of these two families. He leads me to this residence, and he's right. There's statues, and I'm kind of thinking I might have stumbled upon. I'm not sure what this was, but let me just describe it to you. We get to the gate of the residence, and someone opens this big gate, and it's like a Game of Thrones, okay? A huge gate. And then someone is, like a guard, is opening the gate. Someone who looks like he's getting ready to kick my ass. And like he has to get the, hey, open it up. We're here. What's going on here? Open up the gate. Dot drives in. I drive behind. They shut the gate behind me. I'm trapped. And now I'm in this wonder world of really, really expensive motorhomes. And it's like it's like a commune almost. It's like a community. There's a ton of land. And I'm like, what is going on? Is this like the Biltmore Estates? And they're building a home. This huge home is being built. And then there's just the whole road leading up is RVs. Like really expensive RVs. I'm like, what the fuck? And now I know this is the Quinceañera is when I guess a 50, you either turn 15 or you turn 16, a girl. They don't do this for the boys. It's like your big transition to adulthood from young lady to tradition. I have no idea why the age is what it is. So I'm like, holy shit! Now this is what I'm talking about. This is going to be a party. So I'm like, what is going on here? So I meander back, and there's people everywhere, and all the dudes are wearing like. You ever see like if you're like walking around in Nashville, they wear those type of coats that have like rhinestones, suit jackets, and the big multicolored pockets, and well, that's what all the dudes are wearing. They all look like they're in some kind of like hybrid gang / mariachi band. And I'm like, wow, look at this. This is some culture here. And they got huge cowboy hats on, and then all the chicks are there. Everybody's dressed up. I mean, this is a huge deal. Okay? And then you got like the barbecue. They got this grill, charcoal, terrible. That's probably the size of like a driveway, a huge grill with what looks like to be 500 pounds of chicken on it. And they're feeding a lot of people. Full bar, kegs of beer, tables, and I'm like, holy shit. So I get out of the car, and there's a bunch of young kids there. I'm guessing 10 to 12, maybe 8 to 12. And while we're waiting for the passengers to get into the limousine, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And I'm just bullshitting with the kids. And they go, hey, that's a big car. I'm like, yeah, I was asking all sorts of dumb questions. And then I said this is my first Quinceañera. And then the one kid who looked like the leader of the gang, full of sass and snark, he says while rolling his eyes, yeah, this sure is going to be a fun Quinceañera. He says it like the way I say it, like mocking me because I said it wrong. And then I pick up on that right away. The little fuck says that about me. And I'm like, I said it wrong, didn't I? Did I say it funny? And the little girl goes, it's a Quinceañera. I go, oh, okay. So I got to say it like the way you say it. I have to say Quinceañera. I have to, yetta. That's the key. So if I say Quinceañera, that's apparently a problem. So this little bastard put it right in my face. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I look like a dick in front of these kids. And I actually said, I go, yeah, that's the way us gringos say it. And I kind of look at him like, shut up. Shut up, kid. All right. I have to transport 6 young people to a couple of destinations, get pictures. That's it. Bring them back. Game over. No big deal. They were so polite, so sweet, so awesome. Everything was great. These kids come out. There's a certain dress that you have to wear. It's a style of dress that a young person would wear at a quinceañera. Quinceañera. Okay. Quinceañera. They're extravagant. This is a good example of a quinceañera dress. I will show this to you, in case you don't know, so that you're up to speed and we're all on the same page. I have 3 15-year-old young ladies who need to get into the vehicle with a dress that is this size, and I am not making it up. Look at that. That is a classic quinceañera dress. I don't say dress. Why did I say dress? Classic quinceañera dress. Okay? Has this huge thing on the bottom. The kids can barely walk. Now, you need to know that these 3 young ladies, they're wearing boots like Gene Simmons. I'm not even making it up. For some reason, they wanted to wear, that's the thing you wear, because they did. And these were all made by family members. Okay, and so these 3 are all related. They get in. This is a threesenera. So this is a huge party. And then their cousins get in too. So there's 3 boys, 3 girls. They're all related. They're going to take some pictures. I cannot believe they all fit inside of this vehicle. Here's the problem. The dresses have so much glitter on them that at the end of the day, when I was getting ready to go pick up my next my next customers, I'm not a cab, you wouldn't believe the amount of glitter inside of this vehicle. Oh my God! And they said right away, they go, "Oh my God, there's a ton of glitter," and it's my job to, hey, don't even worry about it. I go, hey, that's all right. That's what God made vacuums for. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. But I'm like, oh shit. Oh. But all good. I loved it. It was fantastic. So I got a little bit of a crash course as to what goes on at a quinceañera. And that party goes on all the way through the night to like the morning, to like the sun comes up. That's what I was told by Dot. Kate says they don't normally purchase them from Amazon, those dresses. No, they don't, and they didn't. Those were all made by, like, the family. They have, like, a dressmaking party. For like 2 days, they, like, make the dresses. Chris says, next group, thought you had a carload of strippers in there. Nick says, you'll be finding glitter for years. Might as well burn the car to the ground. Oh, you are not kidding. And then you know what else they did? Part of the photo taking was on the lakeshore. So we headed over to this community called Saugatuck, Oval Beach. And they went onto the beach. And then you know what they didn't do before they got back into the car? Was shake those Kiss Gene Simmons boots off. There was so much sand in there. Luckily, my house is on the way, and I stopped, hooked up the vacuum, cleaned out the damn car, or else we would have been fucked. Jason says, pretty sure it's Dat, not Dot. No, he pronounced it Dot, Jason. It was spelled Dat, D-A-T, but he spelled it Dot. I mean, he pronounced it Dot. I said, he goes, hello, this is Dot. I go, Dot? Yes, Dot. Okay, thank you, Dot. I don't know. Whatever. What? I guess the bigger question is, why the fuck would you elaborate about something like that? That's not the fucking point. Find the fucking point of the story. How is it that it drives me crazy with you people. I mean, I tell you a story, and you focus on the dumbest shit. Fuck! All right. Folks, we need to, as I look at the comments on here, I don't see Kenny. I don't see Kenny. Do you think, ladies and gentlemen, that I am still in timeout? There was some real drama last week. You were all privy to it, all witness to it. I called Kenny a racist, which I was totally kidding. You all know that. Everyone knows that. And he wrote, I don't want you to call me a racist. And I'm like, well, I didn't. I mean, yes, I did, but you're not. And it was a joke. I think he may have left the group, and maybe, I hope not. But I don't know what's going on. I think he is pissed. Come on, man. What is wrong? You got to be kidding me. I said I was sorry. You wrote to me, goes, hey, man, I don't want to be called racist. I go, well, you're not. I'm sorry. But no one thinks that. No one thinks you're a racist. Do we think you're a whiny pain in the ass? Well, of course. Everybody's got fucking Schaefer's the worst. I say stupid shit about Schaefer all the time. He's a fucking idiot. Rick, I beat the shit out of Rick from TC Paintball, that gutless asshole. I don't hear from those guys. Come on, Kenny. Dean, you don't help, you dickhead. Shut the fuck up, Dean. You can't drop thank God and who cares when I'm trying to bring him back to the pack. Shut the fuck up. Nick says, don't forget about beating the shit out of me. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I beat the shit out of you too. Who cares? That we don't have to belabor the point. Jeez. Okay. Now Dean's not going to get pissed. He's got rhino skin. He can take it. Dean says beat up on Kate too. What is she? Kate, I will fucking smack the hell out of your nose. She gave the emoji, whatever the thing you do when you go like this, your hands go up like, who cares? But don't do that, Kate. Melissa, who cares at this point? I care. Fucking knock it off, guys. We're all supposed to love each other here. The point is, Kate writes, everyone gets an ass kicking from you. Yes. Kate writes, fuck you, Dean and Eric. All right. That's enough of that. Okay. I clean out the car. From that point, I had another pickup in Wayland, Michigan. A lady getting married. I think the one chick had heart eyes for your old pal, Eric. Because I dropped these 8 women off. This is a bachelorette at a bar. They're just going to go in and get a shot. Knock one back, and then they're going to get back in the car. We're going to drive around Wayland, and they're going to scream at people and sing WAP. And that's true, too. Side note about the song WAP, which that happened again. Group of women singing every single nasty word of that song as loud as they could in the limousine while I'm right there. If you were to flip that, okay, do it opposite, that would be 10 dudes singing a song called Wet Stiff Cock with a female 50-year-old driver. That would never happen. My point is, women are fucking pigs. They are beyond pigs. Women are absurdly rapey. If a bunch of guys were to do that, and that would never happen, it would be the most horrible thing on the planet. A bunch of grown men singing a song called Wet Stiff Dick with similar lyrics, hanging out the window of the car, driving down Main Street, USA, with a 50-year-old lady, gray hair, at the wheel. Never would any dude dream of doing that. Ever. Yet, every single limo drive run that I've done that has had a group of women partying, they sing that. From little girls to old girls. It doesn't matter. Women are fucked up. That's a disaster. You are horrible. I think you've got a problem. My God, was that bad. They don't give a fuck. They don't care that I'm there. They're going to sing that shit. Now, truth be told, I don't care. It's a little hot, okay, to talk that way. I like nasty talk. I'd never hear it. There's something to say for that. But imagine if a dude did that. Guys would never dream of that. Okay. So I pick them up, take them to a place to get a drink. They go in, and then they walk out with a dude following them. And he's trying to get phone numbers. And they're trying to shut him down. He's not taking no for an answer. I open up the car door. My customers get in the car, and he's probably 22, and he's shit-faced drunk. He looks like a real one of these. See, this community of Wayland is full of fucking losers, okay? Not these women, but this guy was an absolute shit show, okay? And he's got it just looked like shit, and he's drunk as fuck. And he's got the type of hat. He's got an orange winter hat on. He actually had an orange winter hat on, and his eyes are half open because he's pissed drunk. And he's trying to get a number from any of these women, any of them. Last person to get into the car is this lady, and she goes, "Hey," he goes, "Hey, can I get your number?" She goes, "I'm much too old for you." And she's trying to get away, and I'm trying to hurry her along. And then she goes, "If I'm going to be into anybody, it's going to be like him." And she points right at me. And I'm like, "Still got it. Still got it. Get in there and sing Wet Ass Pussy." She gets in the car. I close. I get the fuck out of here, man. Fucking idiot. Off we go. Drop them off. Another nice night. I have 2 more things left to do. I drop off that car, and I go get another car. All I'm doing is I'm picking up a sedan. It's not a limousine. It's just a car. It's a nice car, but I'm the driver for it. And all I have to do is drive to a reception. The husband and they just got married, and they're leaving their party. And then I'm going to take them to a hotel in downtown Grand Rapids. Then I have to do that exact same thing in another part of town. Dudes from the limo place, they say, "You might be late to the second one." I go, "Why do you say that?" Because it's always hard to get the bride and groom away from the party. And I go, "Yeah?" They go, "Our experience tells us that no matter what you do, it never works. It's always if it's a pickup at one time, it's always like way later. Get ready to wait." My pickup's at 9:45. I get there at 9:40. The bride is right out in front. "Hello, I'm your ride." And she's like, "Okay, we'll." And so I can sense this is the start of the process. One by one, people come up to me and say, "Yeah, she's getting her things. He's getting his things." And then this continues. And then it's, "Oh, hey, we're the groom is paying the bar bill." And then there's all these goodbyes. And then the actual last song is played. I hear the DJ say, "Last song, here you go." And, "All right, see you later. Party's over." People start filing out, you know. And now the goodbyes start, the hugs. And now we're getting late, okay? And now I'm like, "Okay, Mr. So-and-so, I've got to leave by 10:05, and then we'll still be on time." 10:05 becomes 10:10. 10:15, Mr. So-and-so comes out. He goes, "We're going to be late. I'll tip you more." I go, "Mr. So-and-so, don't even worry about it. We'll figure it out. Not a problem." I'm assuming my next trip will have the same issue. I was right. So we end up getting out of there. What was supposed to be a 9:45 pickup, I end up getting out of there like fucking 10:25. I'm supposed to be dropping them off at 10:30, and that's 25 minutes away. So I'm like, oh, boy. Watching them try to get in the car was maddening. No one would let them go. No one. Constant hug, re-hug. It just was absolute madness. Holy shit, it took forever. Finally get them out, and off we go. Drop them off. Man, I was afraid that some action was going to start in the back seat because I could hear like they were making out in the back seat. I was like, oh God, this is ridiculous. Who the fuck would do that? I mean, seriously, in front of people like that? Oh. And I'm like, please don't get a boner. Don't let it get out of hand. I don't want to suddenly start smelling the inside of your wife. For God's sake, please take it easy, man. Ugh. All right, drop them off. Go to the next one. Another great couple celebrating. Boom. Both of them asked me for advice. They said, so how long you been married? They've been married for minutes. I go, almost 30 years. Hey, you have any advice for us? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, try not to get so many interests that you're no longer interested in each other. Stay in each other's orbits is what I tell people. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Or like they're probably thinking to themselves, what the fuck are you talking about? Stay in each other's orbits. Shut up. All right. Ended up getting in late and then didn't get to bed till like 2 a.m, like I said, Sunday morning. Off to see my dad. Very, very productive. A ton of the hustle. That is something about the hustle, the grind. In the time when I was back in the radio days, when I would normally do no type of work, that's when the best work gets done. That's how you keep it going. Very, very thankful for that. Okay, one more segment on the best of. Don't you dare fast forward. Are you kidding me? If you're listening to this show, like let's say Matt Hubbard from Best Bark and Stone is listening. Matt owns this company in, I guess that would be Hudsonville. And I buy my mulch from him, the decorative stuff that you spread around the flower beds. I'm like, why aren't you advertising on this show? What is wrong with you? And I don't know if he's a holy roller or something like that. But he's like, I want, no, he didn't even say that. He goes, I can't. I just can't do it. Are you fucking crazy? What is wrong with you? No, come on. Anyway, that's a freebie for you. Maybe you can talk some sense into him. Go call up Matt over at Best Bark and Stone and say, would you quit being such a stuffed shirt prick and advertise on the show? And that goes for any of you that have a business. I can put you into any different level of marketing. If you've got a very, very small budget or you're cash heavy and you want to be more elaborate on your marketing, I can do it all. I make all the rules. Everything's a handshake deal. And I want you on the show. Okay? Radio's way expensive and no one's listening. Advertise on this show. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. There you go. Okay. Dumpster Divers, thank you to them. They just signed up for another quarter of marketing. Love those guys. Emilio, and we have officially retired Emilio's nickname. He's not interested in being called what we called him before. And of course, Kyle. They just hired another dude too who is just jacked. Dumpster Divers, their dumpsters are cheaper. Why? Because the weight limit is lower. If you get any other jackass's dumpster, you're paying for a weight limit that you cannot possibly achieve. So you're getting screwed. Not by a ton of money, but you're definitely getting screwed. Call Dumpster Divers, 616-375-9962. Even easier, go to their website, go to their website, dumpsterdiversllc.com. And you can rent one right from the site. Super easy. Okay? And mention my name, and you will save 0% on your dumpster. Okay. Speaking of jacked, Frank Fuss, who, he has a deadly combination of handsome, giant arms, and old man strength. Okay? So, ladies, if you ever reach out to Frank about insurance and you meet him face to face, your ovaries might explode in you, and the rupture might go through your skin and kill Frank. So don't put him in jeopardy. Buyinsurancehere.com is the website. Or call or text him 616-914-4070. If you are without health insurance right now, what are you doing? Well, I quit my job. I lost the job. I'm going to get another job, but I can't afford the Cobra. And my new job, I don't get insurance for 3 months. Okay. Bullshit. Yes, you're right. Cobra is ridiculous, but you can get insurance on the marketplace, ding dong. Okay. Healthcare.gov. That's what it's there for. And you're going to pay like nothing. Call Frank, have him help you with everything you need to know, and his services are free. Are you hearing me? It's free. 616-914-4070. Call or text or go to buyinsurancehere.com. He's also the Medicare Advantage Plan Part A and B expert. So if you're getting ready to turn 65, this is the guy you got to call. He can help you out with getting your Social Security, too. He knows all this stuff. He's a nerd. Okay, folks. Our final segment on the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast for this day. This radio dude is named Matty Siegel, and I hope he's not in radio anymore. He's a total douchebag. I talked about this last year. Here you go. I must tell you about radio man Matty Siegel. Now, you may recognize that because we've talked about Matty Siegel. Matty Siegel was the guy who was asked by his boss to stop talking about Demi Lovato, and he went crazy. Okay, now, what I find interesting about this guy, this radio guy, and he is a really, really big ego, so much so that he, part of my problem with radio people and people in general in this type of medium, I guess, who do this is the level of ego and the the freedom that they feel they have to tell you about how great they are, and some of the seriously damaged brains that you happen to have examples of time and again. And case in point, Carl, not this most recent week, but the week before that, he went over the Howard Stern show. And Howard Stern is fucking nuts. I don't understand, based on this one particular character flaw, it's such an ugly display that to the average person, it's so ugly, it's a turnoff. But despite that, he's had the most success of anyone that has ever spoken into a microphone. And I find that to be a little strange to me. And this is my point. Howard is upset that his that Ronnie the limo driver is retiring and just moving to Las Vegas to live out the rest of his years with a little less stress. He'll still be on the show from time to time, but Howard, in a very ugly set of words, describes how much he wants him to, I guess, fail at retirement. It's really gruesome, and Carl breaks it down further, and you hear it, because I don't listen to Howard, and I never really have. Only time I've heard him has been in clips. And to me, the guy, when he does this ego thing, it's so ugly. It makes me not want to engage or listen in any way, shape, or form. To me, it is it's such a double-edged sword where he might have somebody amazing like Paul McCartney and do a great interview or something like that, or have some silly moment with one of his whack packers. It's overshadowed by this intense ego that is absurdly ugly. And Robin kind of just patronizes him and doesn't call him out on it. I mean, my God, it's just terrible. Radio people do this quite a bit. Matty Siegel in Boston does this. He has this enormous ego. I'd never heard of him till this story broke, but in May, he was bitching about Demi Lovato and something like that. She had been in the news. She's always in the news, you know, one of the biggest stars in the world. And he was bitching about her. They didn't like that. And the management at iHeart called up and said, hey, man, knock it off. She's going to be at our concert. We got a big concert coming here to the area, and she's going to be part of us, so shut the fuck up. Well, you can't tell this guy anything. So he gets pissed off, and on the air, if you remember, he apparently quit on the air. There's actually a clip of him like, all right, you wanted me to shut up. I'm shutting up. And then this is actually when he said this.
Well, I hope you're happy as I just stopped talking. Matty out.
Matty out. Ugh, dramatic. Matty out. I'm leaving. What an asshole. Well, he didn't leave. For a while, they thought that he did quit. But weekend happened. The management at the radio station kissed his ass, which is not good. And then he comes back. Okay. In that, now, not included in that audio clip, I want to read this part. And I have read this before, but it's worth mentioning because it sets up the level of this arrogance, which I fucking hate this shit. His quote was, before he said, I just stopped talking, Matty out. He said, quote, I am the biggest of all time. Fucking terrible. How could you possibly say that with a straight face? And they said, shut up, Matt. Stop talking. Well, I hope you're happy because I just stopped talking. Matty out. So he left at that point and then came back. However, the story is not over. He has this, looks like a nice person, a young lady who is on the show, who is kind of like, and this is very common in these types of top 40 shows where they'll take the old grizzled idiot guy and pair him up with the young chick. Okay? And she's supposed to kind of like be a foil and provide the younger perspective. Look at her. Her name is Rebecca Maroon, Maroon. They call her Bex on the show. Well, she's gone. Something happened on the air on Kiss 108, and so she said, you know what? That's too much for me. I can't take it. I'm out. So this dick, I have the audio of him being a complete asshole to her. And then she was like, okay, that's it. And this happens to coincide with the previous incident about Demi Lovato. And then this moment happened on the air, and then she finally just said, okay, I can't take it anymore. I have to leave. And this has all been going on since, this all started May 19th, so just over a month. Let me give you a little bit more background before I play you the audio clip. After Siegel returned May 20th, saying the station management had asked him not to quit, near the end of the May 20th show, instead of just moving on, he is pissed off at the producer because the incident where he said, Matty out. The management told the producer, this Bex chick, let's not post this audio on the podcast form. Let's leave it alone, and then Matty's going to come back, and we're going to go back to work. Okay? Well, he comes back to work, and he starts being an asshole again. And he's giving her shit because she did not post the audio. And all she did was listen to her boss. She's guilty of anything. It's of listening to her boss. But this cock doesn't know that, and he wants to fucking kick the hornet's nest again. This was the straw that broke the camel's back for her. She took her time. She has now left the radio station because of the incident and has gotten another radio job in, I believe, Philadelphia. So good for her, get away from this cock. And I guess my point is, when the fuck is radio going to just get rid of these assholes? Okay? This person wrote, "Miss you, Bex. You are a breath of fresh air to stale old Matty." And another thing is, this is a top 40 station. This is what younger people listen to, okay? Why do these radio stations have these old men on there? Okay? Seriously. Who the fuck gives a shit? Anyway, this is the moment that pissed her off and made her leave. Listen to how patronizing, demeaning, and insulting this asshole is to Bex.
Because I was told that I could not.
This is the day after he was told that he had to shut up about Demi Lovato. He could just leave it alone. He's back on the air, but no, he's got to go this route.
Because I was told that I could not poke fun at Demi Lovato because she might be at our Jingle Ball or something, okay? And I said, I'll quit before I stop doing that. And you wouldn't post it?
That was not my decision. That is
Whose
a decision that comes from way above me. And I'm just doing my job.
Well, you know what? Then guess what? iHeart, we got another problem again.
Okay. By the way, that's fucking risky. Oh boy. Frankly, I'm not a maniac like that, but there was a time in my life when I thought I had the juice and I could say whatever the fuck I wanted. They will take that to a point. They will take that to a point, and then they will say, fuck you. Trust me on this. Trust me. So that's fucking risky right there. Him calling them out, his boss. Hey, iHeart, you got a problem. Oh, my God, you're fucking dead. When are they going to stop me? I have never heard of Matty Siegel, ever. Okay? There is no radio guy in the world today who has the juice. None. And the reason why is because the industry has suffered great losses in money, revenue. So if anybody thinks that their ratings mean that they can say whatever the fuck they want to their boss, you are wrong. Holy shit. When she explains her boss made her do that, it should be over. He should say nothing more to her about this. He should say, I'm sorry I accused you, but I'm going to come after you, iHeart, which is already a stupid move. But he still goes after her. Listen to this.
Doing my job.
Well, you know what? Then guess what? iHeart, we got another problem again. That makes me furious. Really? Here we go again. I guess maybe iHeart doesn't have my back. Maybe I was right yesterday.
And by the way, the noise you're hearing, this is recorded off of someone's car radio. A lady is holding the camera up to it, the phone, and you'll even hear her react. She goes, "Oh my God!" when he does what he does to her.
This is real. Don't you ever do that. If you work for me, or you don't work for me.
He's talking to her.
That makes me furious.
Don't you do that again? You work for me? Oh, holy shit.
This is real. Don't you ever do that. If you work for me.
Oh, my God. I can imagine if I was working with Sam Mills and I talked like that to her, she'd beat the fuck out of me right there. She'd be, oh, yeah, motherfucker, here you go. Boom.
Or you don't work for me. That makes me furious. And I wanted to do everything on this show to not do this. Everything today was about keep it light, keep it light, keep it light. And now I find out the company's doing it to me again? Holy cow. Thanks a lot for your call that I didn't get.
Okay, now he's addressing her again. You didn't call me. She's going to go to her phone log and say, no, I did. Here's the proof.
You didn't think to call me when you were told to not podcast?
Okay, I did call you. I called you at exactly, I'll tell you exactly what time I called you yesterday. Because I did call you.
You need
at
to stop.
6:01.
You need to stop. Turn your mic off. Turn it off.
Oh my God.
Turn it off.
Turn off your mic.
We'll be right back.
I love Matty in the morning. Good laugh is...
At Matty in the morning. Oh, my God. This guy's a fucking lunatic. What a maniac. Horrible, horrible behavior.
Yeah, I listen every morning.
Jeez. Man. So she said, fuck this. And she took her time because, again, that was May 20. So, all right, at that point, she realizes, I can't work for this asshole. That is terrible. If iHeart keeps him on, now that was a month ago, so obviously they are going to keep him on. That's a horrible look. Why would you? He cannot be making you that much money. There is no radio show in America that's making money right now. They are all losing money. Why would you tolerate that horrible fucking behavior? You should fire him immediately and bring her back and give the show to her. She's the only likable thing about that show. My God. Turn off your mic. You work for me. Oh, boy. Ugh. That is gruesome shit. I don't like that at all. Fuck Matty Siegel. Woo. All right. That's it. No more. The best of the Eric Zane Show is done. Thank you for listening to it. Thank you for the support. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. You can catch the show live 8 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Please follow my Facebook, Twitter, and my YouTube. And if you ever need to reach out to me, whatever it is, good, bad, email, well, maybe not bad. I've been very sensitive lately. Only the good. Eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. Thank you and goodbye.
It takes a lot of ingredients to fix or build a car, like cooking, but without the frozen dinner easy way out. eBay Motors has 122 million parts. It's always the right fitment, so you can follow any recipe to a T. Whether it's a vintage Italian coupe that's classic like Grandma's meatballs or a German luxury car that's as complicated as Oma's rouladen, to cook up something great in the garage, use the eBay Motors app or visit ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.